If you've ever wondered whether you can actually get evicted from Section 8 housing, the answer is yes, you can. Section 8 helps millions of families with rent, but it doesn't make you untouchable. The rules are strict, and if you break them, the protections that keep your housing secure can disappear fast. So let's talk about how eviction really works under Section 8, what landlords can and can't do, what your rights are, and what steps to take if you ever find yourself at risk of losing your voucher. When you rent through Section 8, you're signing a lease like anyone else, but your landlord and the housing authority are also part of that agreement. If a landlord wants to evict you, they have to follow federal, state, and local eviction laws, plus the rules set by HUD and your local housing agency. That means a landlord can't just throw you out. They need a valid reason, something written in your lease, and they must provide written notice that explains exactly why you're being evicted. If they skip that step, the eviction might not even hold up in court. Let's start with the most common reasons people get evicted. The obvious one is not paying your share of the rent. Even if HUD covers most of your rent, you still have to pay your portion on time. Missed payments are the #1 reason tenants lose their housing. Other reasons include lease violations, like having unauthorized people living with you, damaging the property, disturbing your neighbors, or failing inspections because of damage or poor upkeep. And then there's criminal activity, especially anything involving drugs or violence. Under HUD's one strike policy, that kind of activity can lead to immediate eviction. Now, that doesn't mean every mistake will get you kicked out. Some issues, like falling behind on rent once or missing an inspection, can be fixed before it reaches eviction, but only if you act quickly. The faster you respond, the better your chances of staying in your home. The good news is, Section 8 tenants have rights. Your landlord can't evict you for personal reasons or discrimination. They can't harass you or make up false reasons to force you out. They also can't retaliate if you file a complaint about unsafe living conditions. Federal law requires the eviction process to be in writing and reviewed by your local public housing agency. If something feels off, the housing authority can step in to make sure the landlord is following the rules. You also have the right to what's called peaceful enjoyment of your home, meaning your landlord can't just show up unannounced, threaten you, or pressure you to leave. If you ever get a written notice, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. The notice will tell you the reason and how long you have to fix the issue or move out. If it's about unpaid rent, reach out to your housing authority right away. They might be able to adjust your rent if your income changed, or help you set up a repayment plan. If it's about something else, like a lease violation or a criminal charge, get legal advice immediately. Many cities have free or low-cost legal aid for Section 8 tenants. And remember, even if your landlord moves forward with eviction, only a court can order you to leave. The landlord can't change the locks or remove your belongings without a legal order. Sometimes, it's the landlord who breaks the rules. For example, if they fail to maintain the property, the housing authority can actually stop paying the subsidy. That puts the landlord at risk of losing their Section 8 contract entirely. Landlords are also required to issue proper eviction notices and follow fair housing laws. If they don't, the housing authority can step in, and you might not lose your voucher even if you have to move. So yes, landlords have power, but not total control. Here's the bottom line. You can get evicted from Section 8 housing, but only if the landlord follows the proper legal process, and only for valid reasons under your lease or HUD rules. Your job as a tenant is to pay your rent portion on time, keep your home safe and clean, follow your lease, and report any income changes right away. And if you do get a notice, don't ignore it. Call your housing authority, ask questions, and get help before it's too late. Because losing your voucher doesn't just mean losing your home, it can take years to get back into the program. Stay informed, stay proactive, and protect your rights. With Section 8, knowing the rules isn't just about keeping your housing, it's about keeping your stability, your safety, and your future.